Hello, I wanted to give you a brief tour of our new website, particularly the Helen Morgan site, to show you some important features. When you go to Sparta.org, you'll come to the district site, which is this view right here. If you go to the top, scroll down, pick Helen Morgan School, it'll take you to the Helen Morgan page. Now, across the top here, you'll see tabs that you will find are very similar to the other buildings. We try to stay as consistent as possible. On the right, each site, including the Helen Morgan site, will have quick links, which will take you to frequently used sites. Directions, forms, any forms you'll need, community bulletin board. I point this out because any announcements that are given to the district by the community, whether it's Cub Scouts or a sporting group, will be placed here. So please visit that regularly. Our parent portal information, Honeywell information, and any employment opportunities. On the left-hand side, you'll see a calendar. This calendar on the Helen Morgan site will list any district events that are universal to every building and those that are strictly related to the Helen Morgan site. Now, when you go to the main calendar, you have a couple options, and we will be sending out how-tos in the near future. But if you're familiar with an RSS feed, you do have the opportunity to subscribe to that through that, and there is another subscription opportunity. And again, we will be coming out with how-tos on that in the near future. Go back to my home site. So stay tuned there. Down here it lists upcoming events, anything close to the current date on the calendar. Across the top here, I want to point out some things that are important. In information, particularly drop-off and pick-up procedures. Please go over this information and these procedures, particularly if you look at the drop-down map. You'll get a satellite view of the building for drop-off in the morning. You're going to come in the entrance, stay to the right, continue all the way around the building till you come back up to the front, and when you reach the front of the building, you're just going to stay to the left or closest to the building. You're going to drop at the gymnasium doors, and there will be an adult here also for pickup, or drop-off, I'm sorry, and you're going to exit this way. Just as important are our drop-off in the afternoon. And let me point this out. Except for emergencies, no children will be dismissed in the time period between 2:20 and 2:35. Until all buses have departed. And that's because that's a very busy time in the office for the office staff with departures. So if you plan to pick your child up, please send a note in or be at the school before 2:20. Again, those procedures are different than the drop-off, so let me just review those. Once again, you're going to bear to the right, continue around the back of the building, but when you hit the end of the building right here, you're going to stop, and there is a sign there. An adult will come out at approximately 2:35 and ask you to proceed to this blacktop area where we will park. You will enter the gymnasium here and sign your child out. Now, upon exiting, it's somewhat different than the morning. You're going to proceed the same way, but when you get to the front of the building, instead of staying to the left near the building, you're going to bear right and follow along the path here and exit that way. Again, please review those procedures. Those are important. Also in this area, you will find information on emergency closings, forms, again, Honeywell Instant Alert, your PTO contacts, report card, school supplies. That'll simply direct you to teacher websites, and I'll go over those in a minute, but that's where you find your supplies for the classroom. This is a very important area, student handbook. I ask you to go through this handbook with your children because it does speak about district policies and procedures, bus behavior, school behavior, also what is permitted and not permitted. So please review that. And I want to mention that in the near future, the 3 elementary buildings will have an addendum to that site that are specific to that grade level in those buildings. So please stay tuned to that area. Across the top, we have departments which are self-explanatory, but it gives you contact information and brief information on those departments. Staff directory. Let me just speak of a few things here. When you go here, you get everybody in the building alphabetically. If you're looking for somebody in particular, if you click teachers, you need to hit find, and that'll bring up only teachers. Specific to the teachers are email address, but more specific are their websites, and that's what this icon is. Stay tuned to that because teachers regularly post information regarding specific policies and procedures to their class. Homework can be found on this page, and a contact information. So please review that. Also, once you get your child's class list or a class assignment, you can go there for the, again, the classroom supplies for that specific teacher. Same thing with staff directory. If you want administrative staff, you click the tab and then hit find. Okay, we'll go back. A couple more things on the home page. You do have the contact information for Mr. Tribori and myself. I do have a blog that I update usually once a month, which can be an opinion of mine, something that's happened in the building, or what's happening with the children and the teachers in the building. Oftentimes I'll post student-generated work there. So if you want to visit that site, I'd appreciate it. And our anti-bullying specialist, Mrs. LeBar's information, and an online form. That's basically it. Again, we've tried to keep it consistent within the buildings. We've tried to provide as much information as possible and easy access. Thank you.